Good evening, students. I hope you all are doing well and utilizing your time to increase your learning skills. In previous video, we had discussed about chapter 12, that is electricity and circuits. We discussed that the cell and battery are sources of electricity, how current flows through circuits, and about classification of materials on the basis of their ability to pass current. If still you had not watched that video, I suggest you to go through the video of chapter 12 for better understanding of electricity and circuits. Now in today's video, I will explain you chapter 13 of your science textbook, that is Fun with Magnets. Let's take a view on the topics we will discuss here. So in this chapter, we will learn about magnets. How magnets were discovered, types of magnet, magnetic and non-magnetic materials, poles of the magnets, their properties, how earth behave as a magnet, what are the methods to make our own magnet, demagnetization, and some useful application of magnets. So let's start with introduction. What happens when you close the door of your refrigerator? It's automatic get drawn and stuck without even a bolt or lock. Why does it happen so? Simple. This happens due to the presence of magnet. Even a few pencil boxes or tiffin boxes have this arrangement for fitting the lid. You must also have seen some stickers on refrigerator and almirahs. They don't have any gum attached to it, but due to the presence of magnet. So what exactly are magnets? Any substance which attracts small pieces of iron, steel, nickel and cobalt metal towards it without touching is called magnet. This property is attractive property and the phenomena is called magnetism. Okay? So the substance which attract the pieces of iron, steel and nickel towards them, they are called magnet and they show the phenomena of magnetism. Here are some examples of the items that contain the magnet inside it. See, the paper clip made of steel is attracted to the end of power magnet. A pin holder, the pins are sticking to the holder. In a pencil box, the lid fits tightly when close it even without a locking arrangement. Okay, so these are some atoms that have magnets inside it. Now in this chapter we will read about them in detail. What are the different shape and size of magnets? One of the most common shape is bar magnet. See, first one is bar magnet. A bar magnet is a long rectangular magnetized bar of iron or steel. Some other types of magnets are horseshoe magnets, U-shaped magnets, cylindrical magnet, button magnet and ring magnets. They had name according to their structure. Here is one activity. It shows the response of the magnet, how it works. For this you need plastic glass, magnet, paper, thread, paper clip and a clamp stand. This stand is known as clamp stand. Okay, for this take a plastic glass and set up an arrangement. This arrangement as shown in figure. Place the magnet inside the glass and cover with paper, so such that the magnet is not visible. Now attach the thread of a paper clip and fix at the base of the stand. Now what will happen? The clip is raised in the air without support because the magnet attracts the paper clip made of iron. See, this paper clip, it is placed at the bottom, but due to the presence of magnet and its property, it raised in the air. Okay, so this activity shows the response of magnet, how it attracts the steel and iron particles. Now the question is how magnets were discovered. There is an old story that magnets were discovered by chance by an old shepherd named Magnus, who lived in ancient Greece. Magnus used to take his herd of sheep and goats to the nearby mountain for grazing. He always took a wooden stick with him to manage the herd of sheep and goats, and the wooden stick that had an iron case at its lower end. One day, Magnus suddenly felt that something was pulling his stick away from him. It appears as if the iron covered end with stick was being attracted by the rock, that mountain's rock, it attracted the iron. Actually, the rock was a natural magnet which is attract the iron end of Magnus' stick. This rock contained the iron and named as magnetite. Okay, so the magnetite iron has wonderful properties, like it attract the pieces of iron towards itself. It automatic and always align itself in same direction, that is north-south direction. And due to this property, that it freely suspended towards the north-south direction, it is used by sailor in ships to find the direction in olden times, because it always pointed toward the north direction. So the pieces of magnetite rocks are known as natural magnets. Okay, if in question it is given name the natural magnets or what is a natural magnets, then the answer is magnetite. Clear? Now magnets are of two types, natural and artificial. About natural magnet, it is lodestone. That magnetite is also known as lodestone because it is a leading stone work for a sailor to lead the way for the ships. This is why it is known as lodestone or leading stone. That magnetite is natural magnet. But the pieces of lodestone have the low magnetic property. This is the demerit of it. About the artificial magnet, with the help of advancement of technology, magnets are used for variety of purpose. Means for starting, it is used to find the way for going to north direction or south direction. Apart from this, the advancement of technology, we use it for various purpose. So they made the artificially. Artificial magnets can be used at any time at any place. The magnetic property of these magnets, that is artificial magnets, is more than that of natural magnet. They are made up of steel and molded into different shapes. Shapes are horseshoe magnet, bar magnet, magnetic needle that is present in compass. Okay, so these are the two types of magnet, natural magnet and artificial magnet. Example of natural magnet is magnetite or lodestone, and about artificial magnet, bar magnet, horseshoe magnet and magnetic needle. Clear? Now on the basis of their nature, magnets are of two types, permanent and temporary magnets. Magnets which retain their magnetism for a long time are called permanent magnets. They are generally strong in nature and they are made from steel, cobalt and nickel. Clear? This is about permanent magnet. And as the name suggests, temporary magnets are those magnets which retain their magnetism for a short period of time, and they are made of soft iron. Clear? If the magnet retain the magnetism property for long time, they are known as permanent magnet, and if they retain their property for short period of time, they are called temporary magnet. Clear? Now one activity is there to see what are the types of objects that are attracted to the magnets. Collect the iron nail, paper clip, swing needle, plastic can, an eraser, wood piece, different coins, paper and aluminium foil. Now what you have to do? Spread this object on the ground. Bring a bar magnet near each one of them one by one. What do you observe? You will find that the iron nail, paper clip and swing needle are attracted by magnet. And plastic can, eraser, wood piece, coin, paper and aluminium foil are not attracted by the magnet. So, materials that are attracted by magnets are made of iron. From this activity, we conclude that some materials or objects are attracted by magnet, whereas other materials or objects are not attracted by magnet. So, on the basis of their behavior towards magnet, all the materials can be divided into two groups: magnetic material, which are attracted by magnet, and non-magnetic material, which are not attracted by magnet. Let us study the magnetic and non-magnetic materials in somewhat detail. First is magnetic materials. Those materials which are attracted by a magnet are called magnetic material. Like the most common and important magnetic materials are iron and steel. Apart from that, nickel, cobalt are also a magnetic material. These are the example of metals that have the magnetic properties. Now about non-magnetic materials. Okay, one thing you have to note that the magnetic material which can be magnetized, which means that magnetic material can be converted into magnets. Okay. Now about non-magnetic material. Those materials which are not attracted by a magnet are called non-magnetic materials. For example, wood, plastic, rubber, paper, glass, diamond, graphite, air, water, they all are not attracted by a magnet. And these non-magnetic materials cannot be converted into magnet. Okay? So these are the difference between magnetic and non-magnetic materials. Now about poles of a magnet. What does poles refer for? If a bar magnet is put into a heap of iron filling, then the iron fillings will cling to it and stick to it. The maximum amount of iron fillings stick to the ends of the bar magnet. See in figure. This shows that the force of attraction of a magnet is strongest near the end of the magnet. The two ends of the bar magnet, they are called poles of the magnet. Okay. We can say that the region of the magnet where the attraction of the magnet is strongest are called poles of the magnet. One pole of the magnet is called north pole, denoted by capital N, and another pole of the magnet is south pole, denoted by capital S. Okay. So for every magnet, whether big or small, has a north pole and south pole. It is impossible to have a magnet having only one pole. See, magnet poles always exist in pairs. If a magnet is broken in a middle to separate the poles, one finds a new pole form at the broken ends. If one of these pieces is again broken, each piece is again found to contain the two poles of opposite kinds. As long as the process is repeated, the same result is obtained. That we cannot break the magnet into north and south poles separately. The magnetic poles always exist in pairs, means every piece of the magnet contains both poles, north pole and south pole. Okay. Now, the two most important properties of magnets are a freely suspended magnet always point in north-south direction, and second, like poles repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. We will now study these two properties of magnet in detail one by one, starting with finding direction using a magnet. Okay. If a magnet is suspended by a thread, it will come to rest in a position close to north-south direction. So the end towards the north are called north pole or north-seeking pole, denoted by letter N, and the other end towards south, it is called south-seeking pole or south pole, denoted by S. For centuries, travelers have made use of these properties of magnet to find directions. Later on, the magnetic compass or simply compass were developed based on this property of magnet, that it always align in north-south direction. See, this is a picture of compass. Compass is an instrument to find the direction at a place. The compass is based on the property that a magnet can align itself along the north-south direction. Compass has a tiny magnet in the form of needle which can rotate freely on the pivot. It has a circular dial with various direction mark on it. The needle of compass always comes to rest along the north-south direction. The north pole of the compass is painted with different color to distinguish it from the south pole. Okay, so it helps the people to find their way. We will now discuss why a freely suspended magnet always point in the same direction, that is north-south direction. Now the second property of the magnet is attraction and repulsion between the magnets. If we hold a bar magnet in our left hand and another similar bar magnet in our right hand and bring the ends of these magnets close to one another, then our hand can feel the force of attraction or repulsion acting between the poles, that which are facing each other. Now whether the magnet will attract or repel each other, it depends on the poles of magnets are facing each other. First, when we place two magnets in such a way that the north pole of one magnet face to the north pole of other magnet, or south pole of one magnet face to the south pole of other magnet, they repel each other. Repel means push away each other. So we can say that the like poles or similar poles repel each other, that north pole or south pole. They are similar and they repel each other. Okay. So what about unlike poles? If we place two magnets near each other in such a way that the north pole of one magnet faces the south pole of other magnet, what will happen? They attract each other, means they come near to each other. Since the north pole and south pole are unlike poles, we can say that the unlike poles attract each other. Okay? So from this we conclude that like poles means similar poles repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. We will now describe an activity to show that the like magnetic poles repel and unlike magnetic poles attract. See this activity. For this, take a bar magnet and suspend it freely from the stand. See? Now bring the north pole of the second bar magnet near the north pole of the suspended magnet. What do you observe? The north pole of second magnet repel the north pole of the first magnet. Now bring the south pole of second magnet near the north pole of the suspended magnet. What do you observe? They attract. So from this activity we say that the like poles of two magnets repel and unlike poles of two magnets attract each other. Now how Earth behaves as a magnet? Even before the year 1600, when Sir William Gilbert made many tests on magnets, it was known that the earth was magnetized. Okay. So the Gilbert studied and described the way in which the earth acts as a magnet. It behaved much as it would if a huge bar magnet were buried deep below the surface. An imaginary buried magnet is slightly tilted from the polar axis of the earth. See in the diagram. The geographical north pole is towards, means magnetic south pole is towards the geographical north pole, and magnetic north pole is towards the geographical south pole. So this is the reason why a freely suspended magnet always come to rest in north-south direction. Why? Because the influence of earth, which itself acts as a huge magnet with its south pole near the geographical north pole and north pole near the geographical south pole. It influences all the magnet to align themselves in north-south direction. Okay. Now we can make our magnet. That properties of phenomena is magnetization. There are two methods to making your own magnet: single touch method and double touch method. The phenomena by which a magnetic material, maybe iron or steel, is changed into a magnet. In previous also I had explained that the magnetic material have property to convert into magnet. So we can change it by the phenomena magnetization. And the magnetic material can be magnetized by any one of the following methods: single touch method or double touch method. So for single touch method, for this you will need one iron bar or steel bar, a magnetic bar magnet and a wooden board. Now what you have to do? Take the material, magnetic material, iron or steel bar which has to be magnetized, and place it on the wooden board. Hold the bar magnet, touch its one pole to the one end of the iron bar. See in diagram it shows. Now rub the iron bar with this pole in one direction from one end to another end. Repeat the process for 30-40 times. Moving the magnet always in the same direction. Repeat it. And you can check it after repeating 30-40 times. Bring some iron fillings or pin near this steel bar or iron bar to check whether it becomes magnet or not. How to check? Means if it attracts the iron fillings or pin, it is converted into magnet, and if not, repeat the process for some more time. Okay. Now about double touch method. In single touch method we need one magnet, bar magnet. In double touch method we need two bar magnet. And same, one magnetic material, that is iron bar, and one wooden board. Take the magnetic material, in this case iron bar, place it on the wooden board. Take two bar magnet of equal strength. Place them with the opposite pole inclined in the middle of iron bar. See as shown in the diagram. Now move the magnets apart as inclined to striking the iron bar. Repeat the process for 20 to 30 times. Lift the magnet clean of the iron bar at the end of each stroke. Now turn the iron bar from upside down and repeat the process. And after this, you can check whether it attracts the iron filling or not. If it attracted, means your magnetic material has converted into magnet. So these are the two methods for magnetization: single touch method and double touch method. Now demagnetization. If the magnets lose their property of magnetism, if they are heated strongly, hit with hammer or dropped from heat, it loses its properties. Means magnet have tendency to lose their magnetism. This is called demagnetization. And these are the method for demagnetization: heating strongly, hammering number of times, throwing from a height many times, and store magnets in improper way. Okay. So first is heating strongly. We should never heat a magnet over a burner. If we heat it, it causes them to lose their alignment and magnetism. Second is hammering number of times. Like heating, hammering causes the magnetic particles in a magnet to lose alignment. Thus, the magnet is vanished. Same with the throwing from a height many times. It disturbs the physical vibration, shakes order out of the material and causing the demagnetization. Okay. Next is storing magnet. Magnets also lose their magnetism if they are not stored properly. To keep them safe, bar magnets should be kept in pairs with their unlike poles on the same side. See in diagram 1a. They must be separated by a piece of wood, while two pieces of soft iron should be placed across their ends. That is keeper, soft iron we are keeping. In case of hollow magnet, one should keep a piece of iron called keeper across the poles. Okay, so keeper we are keeping for poles. It is made up of iron, and for bar magnet they are separated by a wood. Now, what are the uses of magnets? Magnets are used for a large number of purposes. Some of useful magnets that it is used to hold objects like sticker, refrigerator door, pencil box, lids, pins, etc. They are used to separate discarded iron and steel object from the waste, that is non-magnetic material. They are used for making compass, used in telephones, hair dryer, doorbell, mixer and grinder, electric generator, and various types of toys. Metals can be separated from the ores by using magnets. Candy and coke vendors use magnet to separate coins from the sludge that are put into the machines. And magnets are also used in compass to show the attraction and repulsion. Okay. So what we had learned from this chapter about magnet, that it is a material that attracts substance like iron. Two types of materials, magnetic materials and non-magnetic materials. Materials that are attracted by magnet are magnetic materials, and materials that are not attracted by magnets are called non-magnetic materials. Properties of magnet, we had learned that like poles attract each other and unlike poles repel each other. They always align in same direction, that is north-south direction. Magnets having two poles, south pole and north pole, and they show the strongest magnetism as poles. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you all get it very well. Thank you.